Hello, Libra, and welcome to Lotus Spirit Tarot. My name is Shannon Colleen. This is going to be your monthly reading for July. Sorry if these are just a tad bit late, but this is it. This is what it is. Sometimes things happen, right? Sometimes things happen. Before we get started, I do want to mention that I have a new service up on my booking site. It's been pretty darn popular since I've introduced it not that long ago, less than a week, which is a $5 one-card pull reading. So whatever question you have, what answers you need from your spiritual team, that would be the way to get some guidance here. It is on video. It's about 4 to 5 minutes long, and I'll be honest, it's usually more than one card because I can't help myself. And if you've gotten one of those from me, put it in the comments. And if you are interested in that, Libra, in the description box below, there is a link to my booking site. Simply book me. Click on that first link. A page is going to pop up that says book now. Click on that, and then all the different ones, all the different readings I offer are there. I think it's the very first one. I'm pretty positive if I'm correct. So let's get your overall energy from the divine. Ooh, all right. Holy crap. I'm telling you, watch your other placements. Watch your moon, watch your Venus, and watch your rising, because this card has come out for a lot of you. A lot of different signs here. Everybody is focusing on this in a completely different way, though, right? Or maybe not so completely different. But I feel like Libra, especially being Libra, you know, your major card in the Arcana is the Justice card. And I think that you are taking some time to reevaluate what you're putting into something and if you are financially being paid what you're worth, right? Sometimes we stay at jobs for too long. I probably said it in the other videos too, because I call it the security, the false security of the paycheck, right? Like, I can't do anything different. I got to pay my bills, so I got to stay here. That is out of fear. That is not a true statement, right? So I feel like a lot of you are going to be asking for, I shouldn't even say asking, demanding raises, demanding promotions. A lot of you are, if you're an entrepreneur, you're going to be raising your prices. But I feel like because your card in the major arcana is the Justice card, you are going to get some sort of reward, but you have to ask, right? Or demand. You know, you have to do it. I'm going to tell this story. I know I'll keep it short. Somebody I knew, very young person in roofing, right? He's in roofing, had come to me for some advice. And he's like, I just am not making enough. I don't want to take on a second job. I said, well, how long you been with him? He's like, 3 years. I started when I was 18. This and that. I said, you go to work every day, you show up every day, you put your all in. He said, yes. I said, well, what you need to do is you need to go to, first of all, go see 333 on the timer expansion. Go see what else is out there, other companies that are hiring. I said, and maybe even go on some interviews. You don't need to tell your boss you're going on interviews. Go on those interviews. Apply and go on those interviews. And then once you feel like you have a secure option, or if you see that there are a ton of people that are looking for roofers, go back to your boss and explain to your boss that, hey, I really love working here. However, I'm not making enough to pay my bills. Therefore, I have to find something else. And his boss came back to him in like a split second and offered him a substantial amount to stay. Why? Because that company invested in him. That company took the time to, train him, to get them used to their way of doing things. And when I say substantial, I'm not talking a dollar raise. Okay? I'm talking a big one. And that kid came back to me and hugged me more than I've probably ever been hugged in my life. I mean, he was like squeezing me to death because he couldn't believe it worked. I said, what's the worst thing they can say is no. So I feel like Libra, that's what you're doing. Right? And it is fair. And you're not asking for more than what you're putting in. Because you're Libra. But I think that you're just reevaluating this whole situation. And I'm sorry if this is a very long beginning, but I feel like Spirit wanted me to tell you that story so you could go, yeah, what's the worst thing they can do is say no or lowball me, right? So I think you're seeing what options are out there. And that's a good thing. Let's see what else we have in the tarot for you, Libra. Some of you, well, no, actually, I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait to see what comes out in the tarot before I open my mouth here. Show me clearly, what is the message for Libra? Show me clearly, what is the message for Libra, please? Thank you. So, Libra, your first card out is the Page of Swords. Yes, I love the Page of Swords. That's the going out and seeing what's available. Right? That's doing the research here. How many positions are there for what I do out there available right now? When's the last time I checked? Right? What is the average person being paid for what I do? You can look that up on Google, right? And I think you're like, I need to know more. Like, I need to gain some knowledge before I take this next step. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's called being prepared, right? But I do feel like you're out there going, okay, let me see what's really going on. Show me clearly. The Emperor. Holy crap. I literally just feel like this energy has just, boom, like come January, or not January. Ooh, January. Might have some big changes over the next 6 months here. Good changes, because I said January. But July is where people are really shifting. And there's a lot planetarily going on this month, so it makes sense. But I feel like you're like, hey, I need to take control of this situation. Because that's what the Emperor does. Maybe you've waited too long. Maybe you've been too passive. Maybe you've been too okay with things. Maybe you've been fearful of the no. Well, what if they say no? Then they say no. But I feel like you're really taking charge. Yeah, I think you've kind of like had enough. Because that is the thing with Libra. If you don't see things balanced, right, you're like, I got to take action. That's a card to take an action. Show me clearly. What is the message here? Ooh, almost dropped half of them. Yeah. You've got the Knight of Chalices in reverse. So the Knight of Chalices for me, because this is coming out as more of a, well, it is a financial reading, let's be honest, a money reading here, which is where your focus is. The Knight of Chalices for me would be like you're turning down the offers, right? You're like, it's not enough. So let's say that same scenario, he went and his boss said, well, I can give you $1 an hour raise. He would be like, well, most of that's going to be taken out in taxes, right? And this and that out of my paycheck. It's still not going to be enough. So this is like negotiating for me, right? Like you're negotiating. Like you're definitely saying no. If it's not enough, you're like, no, that's not enough. Like, I'm sorry, you're going to have to do better. So I feel like you don't take the... I don't feel like you take the lesser than you deserve offer, right? Because you know better. Show me clearly. All right. Yeah. We have the Queen of Swords. No bullshit. This is the no BS card, right? Like, I'm not... I can't not take your little $1 an hour raise. Or if you get clients that are like, oh my gosh, you raised your prices too much. You're like, well, I'm worth it, right? See, because that's kind of the thing with business too. You ever been here, Libra? I'm sure a lot of people have, where you look up something and maybe you want to purchase it, and you're like, oh my gosh, that is so expensive. It's so not worth it. Or maybe you think you can't afford it, and maybe you can't at the time. But I'm telling you, those people stay in business because the people who can't afford it come pay for it. So if you're an entrepreneur, don't be afraid to raise your prices as long as it's fair. You also have the Devil card here. I don't think anything's stopping you. The Devil card is a card of Capricorn. It is definitely a card of drive to succeed, right? I like the Devil in most readings, 90% of them, because it's like, I am driven to do what I need to do to make sure I am secure. And considering that it could be a little bit of the fear of, that false sense of the paycheck that I talked about, it could be you just defeating that fear, which is great. Or a combination of both. Good for you, Libra. Oh my gosh, I gotta take that. 5 of Wands in reverse. 5 of Wands can talk about conflict, but it can talk about inner conflict a lot. And it came out in reverse. So I feel like, yeah, you're basically telling your own self, shut the hell up, we're doing this. Right? You're basically telling yourself, shut the hell up, we're going to go figure this out. So I really, really like this. It's a very bold and good move. I can't take that one. I can't remember if I had shuffled between the readings, so I can't take that one. If it needs to come out, it will come out. All right, show me clearly for Libra. Time to be bold. Thank you. Okay. I let go, I release, I am within perfect possibility. I love that. That's like that 5 of Wands we're talking about. You're letting go, you're letting go, you're letting go. I'm going to go for this. I'm going to raise my prices. I'm going to ask for a raise. I'm going to find the new job. I am releasing that false sense of security with that false paycheck. I am within perfect possibility, right? Perfect possibility of getting exactly what you should. So I love this for you, Libra. Libra, don't forget to like, share, comment. I read each and every one. Subscribe if you haven't. And all of my love, light, and blessings to you. Until next time.